like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys about to mass up. Lectures from the devil got you piping hot. This up and you get screwed and chopped, no Michael Watts. When I was 10, I knew I should have been on rap a lot. Think like Jay Prince and I do more than just rap a lot. I went and got my digits up. Your favorite, bruh. You don't want no trouble, cuz. The 25th, I got a meeting with the governor. That's your rap a lot, no cap a lot.
In the future home of Super Bowl 56, there's a look at SoFi Stadium just south of downtown Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. This defense for the Steelers, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Herbert now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. The Chargers' 10-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Steelers 7, Chargers 0. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. 34's the mic.
Now it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Ray McLeod deep for Pittsburgh. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And taken right at the 35. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
Guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Anytime you eclipse 100 yards rushing, you deserve the acclaim that comes with it, and he got it. AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week.
And wasn't up around 200, wasn't in a crazy game, but very good, solidly in that driver's seat to win that award, and he did. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he's got Rome. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year one. And this guy would certainly fit that bill, as that was one heck of a run there.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going deep here for Allen. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete there to Johnson. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Space to run past the 20 and down to the 7-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Steelers 14, Chargers 0.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They fake the give. Now Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Harris. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. That's swung out wide to Harris. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. He's the reigning AFC Offensive Player of the Week, and defensively they have to find an answer for him.
And that's what you would do if you were calling plays, right? You'd make sure that he gets targeted. But the thing about it is the route running. That's what makes him so dangerous, is because no matter what is presented defensively, he runs his route with such skill that he's able to go up and get the football first in each and every situation.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. This is taken around the 12. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Herbert has it knocked free.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Hey, check back.
Here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
2nd and 8. To throw, it's Wentz. Quick slant finding Claypool. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's taken down all the way play inside the LA 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Wentz to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. And that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Wentz. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
I don't know about you, but I wanted to reach out of the booth and snatch that pass myself. That thing floated forever up there. I think that threw off the timing of the receiver. That's why he couldn't get his feet down even though he caught the ball.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 15 now.
21, Chargers 6.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Andre Roberts now to return it. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
Let's go, D. Check 93.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. Joe Schobert, number 4 in the NFL in tackles last year, in to make the stop. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Flush to his right. He finds some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
A quick throw there out to Williams. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big gain that time for the Chargers.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Jalen Guyton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. This time, the extra point up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Wentz's throw hauled in by Washington. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 41, Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
On play action, Wentz. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a give, running left is Harris. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll run on first down. Harris. 109 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, it's Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10. The Chargers 20-yard line.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Asante Samuel. And the Chargers are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feet.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown Steelers. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now.
Chargers 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now Wentz. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. To return is Roberts. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, check back 34.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
34 is the mic. 34 is the mic. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's going to go up top again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
Chargers 13.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 9, Herbert. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Guyton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
187 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. A give to Harris. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Bust through the tackle. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll run on first down. Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, 58 yards. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Right 34. 17. Scoot. Hey, defense. Go.
Herbert now. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Check.
Now it's Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
They run again with Harris. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 41-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with third and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive